What is this building?
Where is this? Oh! This is the inn. This is the motel, but in Arches. That's weird. Yep. Yeah, this is the motel, the exact motel room they stay in Echo, chasing everybody, is the place that Brian and Cameron go to in Arches when they're trying to ghost hunt. And it's all fucked up like this. So this is I think that's what I'm looking at right now.
His name's Brian also?
Devin and Cameron. Whoops. Yeah, these are the CGs from Arches. This is what the motel looks like from outside. This is cardamom art. What does this mean? Look at the red man.
I think it looks like, I thought it was a praying mantis.
It looks like a praying mantis, but I also wonder if it's Socket Man. 2 slits up top, 1 on the bottom. I don't know what's going on there.
Funky Sexy by Bane.
What does it mean that all of the ending slides are Arches backgrounds? That's weird. This route did some weird stuff. Like how it brought up Ad Astra too. And now it's showing art from a different game that's set in the same location without explaining that that's what it is. Because it's Echo in the future, after it's even more abandoned. The only people that we've confirmed live here at this point in the story are Duke and Brian. We don't
sounds about right.
We don't see a single other character besides some of the monsters. So it's unclear if anyone else is here.
Okay. So I'm under the impression...
I was saying that if this was Flynn's bad end, usually what happens is you get the like creepypasta version of one of the CGs.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen exactly. So I don't know if this is a good end or bad end, or even if there's multiple endings. We still have other options to go back and check, but... Huh.
I mean, I'm wondering if that one with Brian... if that's irrelevant.
Maybe. I figure the moment Flynn's burning, you're not escaping the outcome of him being this character and going through with Jenna and everyone.
So I get the impression...
We popped Sid's... Huh?
What does this mean?
Huh?
For some reason this creeps me out more. What does stay a while mean?
I guess if you go to the menu, you're going in circles.
What happens if you stay a while?
Because when you start the game for the first time, it's like... Remember, it's like... I see you're back already? You're only going in circles or something like that. And it's like Sam's font, which we didn't know anything about yet. Let's find out. Stay a while?
Oh, shit.
5 years later. It's the Arches CG, but it's blurred in the weird filter that makes it look like an Echo background instead of an Arches background. This is a properly like high detail like painting in the game it's in, but here they put that filter over it that they put on every background. Okay.
Is this this came up before?
Yeah, Devin and Cameron.
But is it the same? Is it gonna be the same interaction?
No, because they weren't here.
Well, no, they were on the way. They were like driving here, and they go by that lake where Flynn drowned.
Last time they were at the rest stop where Carl moons you in the beginning of the game. Because Chase was getting footage.
Carl.
Seriously, this is gonna be such a good fucking time. You'll be glad you came. The big grizzly bear nudges the coyote playfully, almost knocking the canine into the passenger window.
I forgot. Did I voice Cameron? I don't voice Cameron in real life.
It's Toaster's voice, but...
Hi, I'm Toaster.
Hi, I'm Toaster.
Hi, I'm Paul.
He's a guitar-playing Seattleite.
Okay. This is... Ow! Keep your paws on the wheel. Or your paw, at least.
Cameron eyes the giant, half-eaten burger in the bear's equally giant paw. Dev's other paw casually steers the wheel, elbow resting out through the open window. The bear looks happier than he's been in a while, somehow grinning as he chews. The coyote sighs and stares out his own window, watching the desert landscape fly by. It was nothing like this in his hometown, and he found himself wishing he was back amongst the pine forests. Something he'd been wishing since he moved to Pueblo for school. Technically, this was his natural habitat, but he found the whole place depressing somehow. Empty and dry and rough, and it gets everywhere.
I was right about to I was right about to do that.
What you pouting for?
I'm not pouting.
Yeah, you are. Cameron sighs, deciding to change the subject.
So, why couldn't Larry go again?
I don't know. Said something about his car breaking down. Then he just flaked, though. I think he just flaked, though.
Aren't there other haunted places in Pueblo that we could have gone to, like by the school?
The bear shakes his head, letting go of the wheel to crumple up the foil that had packaged his sandwich, tossing it in the bag. Not like Echo, dude. This place is the most haunted town in the entire fucking world. Cameron sighs again. Then something grasps his seat as the car swerves and turns hard onto the smaller road, heading toward a big blue lake.
What the fuck?
Whoops. Sorry, almost missed the turn. The drive continues, and eventually the map on the dash chimes, indicating that they've reached their destination.
Why?
Because a lot of shit happened here. The grizzly hops out of the car, making the entire thing tilt sideways as he squeezes his bulk out before reaching back in for the camera bag. He takes out a small, compact camcorder from inside and wraps it around his wrist. He flicks a switch, and Cameron sees the familiar red recording light flashing. He points the lens at the coyote, and he quickly covers his face, letting out a frustrated sigh.
I'm not the horror you're after, Dev.
I enjoyed finding the confirmation of what's going on here, which is that these are... I thought they were like weird prototype sprites or something when I saw them before, because they don't match the game that they're from. But no, it's Paint Fox, the artist of Arches, trying to make the sprites of these characters remade in the style of Echo. Mm-hmm. So he went back to try to replicate more of the Echo look. With that, he unbuckles and slides out of the car. The bear waits for him, reaching out a large, padded paw. Cameron takes it and is immediately drawn into a tight embrace and a kiss.
Mwah.
The coyote tenses up for a moment, then waits until Devin releases him.
Ugh. Can you not do that right after you eat a big, greasy hamburger?
Cameron makes a show of wiping his lips. Devin rolls his eyes. No pleasing you, is there? Nevertheless, the grizzly holds out his paw again and Cameron takes it, the two of them walking toward the town center. It's not a pleasant walk. Most of the infrastructure is in pretty shoddy condition, overgrown in places, sagebrush, and dry vegetation.
So where are we meeting this guy?
I told you. The old civic building.
Wait, you mean City Hall?
Cameron recalls the late-night rants with Devin over the phone, the bear regaling every last detail of the incident.
Where they shot the mayor?
Yup. The coyote releases his paw from the large, clawed grip of his boyfriend, peering up at him with slightly wider eyes.
So that definitely just really did happen.
Yep.
Damn. Are you absolutely sure he's okay with this?
Yeah? Look, he's the one who did the report on this town after the happening in the first place.
Wait, are they meeting up with Chase?
Are they meeting Chase?
Did Chase actually finish his report in this one?
I don't know. 'Cause did the report? Do they mean a class report? They probably do mean a class report because...
They go to Pueblo.
Because Devin goes to Pueblo, yeah. So it's not like reporting, yeah. So it probably was Chase. Devin tries to put on a reassuring smile. He seems keenly aware that folks sometimes find his large, predator grin unnerving, but Cameron always told him it was cute. And he's gay, so... You know...
What, you're gonna fucking leave me for someone else?
What exactly do you mean by that?
What the fuck does that mean?
What are you going for there? The bear re-wraps his paw around Cameron's own. No need to be worried about that.
What the fuck? Oh, does it mean like bigotry from the town? Is that what it is?
Yeah, just weirdos, I guess, because
I thought he was like, well, he's gay, so we can like invite him to our room for like a threesome or something.
This is the kind of small town that would skeeve out gay people.
Well, it already has done that. Like they were mean to us.
Yeah, the jump scare horn, and then they yell slurs at you and when you're trying to talk to Leo.
I'm just saying, I definitely thought he was implying that we were going to pick up Chase.
Eventually, the two reach the old town center. Sure enough, there's a man standing in the gravel parking lot with his paws in his pockets. He doesn't appear to notice the two at first, and Devin takes the opportunity to film him from afar. The sun's behind him, so it casts his front in shadowed silhouette, giving him an eerie visage which he might be able to use in the video. The Civics building is fully collapsed, a faded gray tarp over the top of the walls. All that's protecting the interior.
It was already there. It was like that already.
Like most of the structures they passed on the way in, a laminated notice of condemnation stamped with the county seal is posted on the front door. After about 15 seconds or so, it's fairly clear the older guy is aware of the two college kids' presence as he cants his head in their direction. They quickly shuffle up, wearing sheepish smiles and already sweat-stained clothing. Yep, it's Chase. Do we get to see Daddy Chase? How much older is he? Chase?
He looks the same. I knew he was gonna look the same.
It's just the same, yeah.
Yo. He says yo.
It's just yo. What is Chase like at this point? We never fully followed up. We all fell in a lake and then they just left, and then Flynn died apparently, from their perspective, which I feel a little bent up about that. Like
they all fell in a lake, and then I get the impression that Flynn walked to the mine and lit himself on fire,
or something. It's unclear what happened from everyone else's perspective.
Because he had the whole gate thing about the smoke room. It makes me think that he like physically walked across town, walked into the mine, and then walked up until next to the source, and literally like burst into flames. And as Carl and Daxton went in after him, they saw him like burning to death.
What a thing to process.
Fucking Carl's ruined forever now. Carl's ruined already. Now he's really fucked.
That was the setup. That was the payoff for, because the only visual we got of that basically was the transition into Sunday, which showed the mine and then a flash of Socket Man. That was the transition into the slide. That was like the foreshadowing to all that. Yo.
Hi.
The bearded otter seems to be looking at their held paws, which they quickly unclasp and shake his own in turn. Kind of lost that sense a little bit. He offers them a sort of melancholy smile. You two been together long?
Oh, sorta.
The coyote rubs the back of his neck, the bear wrapping an arm around his shoulder. Yep, a while. Must have been tough growing up in the sticks out here, for a gay guy, especially. Chase lets out a little amused grunt, reaching into his pocket and withdrawing a pack of cigarettes.
Little do you know that like half the fucking town is
smokes.
Super gay.
Chase smokes now.
Whoa, he's all edgy.
That's where his life's going. I guess. I mean, I did have a boyfriend growing up here for a while, so I friggin' lucked out there. He still says friggin'. That's the real Chase. He says friggin'.
No, Chase.
If I recall, he was the one who helped you out during the incident, right? Leon?
Leon! Dude, he would be fucking Ashley to Leo's Leon.
Leo. Right. He quickly nods, muttering something about how he should know that before adjusting the camera on his shoulder. How's he doing? I don't know. He doesn't really talk to me anymore.
Oh, well, regardless, it must have been tough being the only gay kids out here growing up.
Yeah. Us and the other guy.
And another guy, and another guy, and another guy.
Well, this version of Chase doesn't know Carl is bi.
Well, okay, but there's Carl. but there's every side character that we meet, because fucking Daxton.
This version of Chase doesn't know Brian.
Although Daxton isn't like outwardly gay, but he's definitely gay. And then there's the little.
Is Daxton gay? I think we just shipped him with the horse because it was funny.
Let me have it. I'm just kidding. But then technically there is Brian.
Yeah, this Chase doesn't know who Brian is though.
That's good.
Yeah, no, it's endings where no one meets Brian are pretty good. He sniffs, looking off to the side. Y'all mind if I smoke?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, plenty of fresh air out here. I don't mind.
I don't mind you ruining the fresh air out here.
The otter nods, sticking the cigarette between his lips and flicking his lighter. However, he doesn't bring the flame up, instead just holding it out in front of him. The seconds pass, and slowly he shifts the lighter in the direction of the old civic building. Cameron and Devin watch the otter expectantly. After everything he's been through, some oddball behaviors to be expected after all. So, I'm a big fan of your original report you did. Hell, I did my own little video on what happened when I was first starting my channel. I know. I used a lot of my footage.
Oh shit.
Devin begins looking a little nervous, laughing some to try and lighten the mood. I credit you, of course. I'm just some haunting vlogger. You're like a professional journalist at everything.
Is he though?
Chase finally lights his cigarette. Is this the cool Chase timeline? Was. Oh my, that didn't last long.
What the fuck? Has it only been like a few years?
Was a professional journalist. I got pushed out with my reporting gig when KGUA, with KGUA like 2 years ago now. No one liked my stuff anymore. No matter what I did, I wasn't ever as good as that piece I finished in college.
Oh, damn.
Devin blinks. I'm sorry to hear that. He pauses, thinking to himself for a moment. You know, those media companies are all fascist shit factories anyway.
Dev.
Without all that big billionaire funding, they'd be going the way of the dinosaurs, relegated to sports and weather for senior citizens. Chase stares blankly at the much taller bear, unsure of how to respond to that. Devin clears his throat. And, your social media profile says you were still... I haven't updated that in a while.
This is so fucking awkward.
It's so awkward. Chase takes a long drag from his cigarette, stopping at the first speed bump. He seems to be becoming increasingly aware of the uneasy stares from the two college kids in front of him. Sorry, it's been a difficult few years for me. The statement from the otter makes sense, looking at him now. He's awfully haggard for someone in his mid to late 20s, his facial scruff untrimmed, and the dye job looking less than stellar. Cameron can't help but think he'd be kind of cute if he cleaned himself up a bit. It's Cameron's type. Or perhaps he just has a thing for sad eyes. Sad eyes were fixated upon the civic building now, Chase's lips thinning tightly around his cigarette, squeezing ash from the tip. The coyote steps up, placing a paw on the otter's shoulder.
Hey, it's alright. We don't want to put any pressure on you. Right, Dev?
Right. Devin sounds genuinely supportive. Chase can see why Cameron might be so taken with him.
Uh-oh. So Chase is Cameron's type, but Devin is Chase's type. It's a love triangle.
It's a blob. And Cameron's Devin's type. Like, oh, he has to be.
Because they're together.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he has to be with what they go through at Arches. You'd really have to like Cameron to put up with where Cameron takes things.
Oh gosh.
Cameron is a difficult character. I find it nice. It would be nice to have something like that again. And he finds himself relishing the paw on his shoulder.
Oh, he's touch starved. Oh, see?
He didn't realize he was so touch starved. Still, Chase can't help but avoid their reassuring gazes. The otter rubbed at the old spider bite mark on his neck. It's still there? Damn. Let's begin, shall we? The trio begins to head northward, past the burnt-out, newer buildings that went up in smoke during the hysteria. Devin finds an odd-looking globe, broken in the middle of the road. Cameron offers to carry it with them, though Devin seems rather adamant about not looting anything. Chase doesn't appear to care either way. Eventually they arrive at the outskirts of the nearby mine, warning signs posted damn near everywhere. It looks like barbed wire fencing had started being erected around the main entrance. Though, Chase mentions the county gave up on trying to fully enclose it a couple months after folk kept cutting through it. So, there's more than one entrance to the mine here. They're all barred off now. I mean, the main entrance was locked up tight even before the crap show 5 years ago. Wow, so he's been fired for almost the entire time he's been gone.
That's what I was saying. That's why I was like, wow, it's only been like a few years. So him being like dropped 2 years ago means he was only doing stuff for like a couple of years.
And Leo does not talk to him anymore. Even in this route, things do not work out for them.
Which is, I mean, it is what it is. It's just odd because there's no reason.
The usual reasons aren't here, yeah, because they had a very different outcome. But he's just a different person.
Yeah, but he was a different person. Well, how long did he have Sam with them?
Since before Leo and him ever dated.
Okay, yeah, then
so he's literally a different person.
Literally a different person.
Yeah, because seemingly Sam went to Chase when he killed Sydney, when they were much younger. Devin sets up his tripod, pointing it toward the black void between the rocks. This is where they found the bodies? Chase shakes his head. That was off the side entrance in the A level. This is the main entrance. It goes all the way from A to F level.
How deep is that?
It depends. The deepest shaft goes down 1,900 feet.
Jeez.
Chase holds up his hand, gesturing behind him. It's been like a half-century since the mine's been active, so rotting supports and the like most certainly have caved in most of it. Devin nods, a tight frown crossing the bear's broad muzzle. It's clear he's got something in his mind. What about, that one guy? Huh? The mayor's nephew. I've read the reports and all, but what's your take on what happened?
Yes, please tell me what happened.
Chase hesitates for a moment, not having expected the question. Or at least, hoping it wouldn't come up at all. The otter steps back, bringing his fingertips up to the bars in the mine. He touches them, and the cave's wall that they're embedded in. He draws back and shows the two his blackened fingertips. Like the lock. This was him getting in. When he was going past the maybe the barbed wire, or that might not have been there yet, but he was going into the mine when he touched the lock and his hands were black, because things are black in here.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that Flynn would have the key to the mine because he works in the government.
Yeah.
So I think him having
Sam
the key
was just showing him other things and bringing him here.
Yeah. For the purpose of getting him close to the source.
Yeah.
Quote, quote.
It's the most direct callback to the fucked up impossible spaces we saw in Carl's route that were the most vividly shown there, where they were like experiencing one location, but they were literally somewhere else the whole time.
They're eating drywall.
Yeah, so like guiding him, so he could use the rail. Sam just straight up went and used the train rail and the highway to just take him where he wanted to take him, even though those locations just didn't make sense. Like he just was mashing together visuals to trick him, which is just rough. Flynn had a terrible time. The cave is scorched. Well, The theory is that there were flammable gases that were ignited in the lower levels. It created this sustained burn that started billowing smoke up in the air for a couple weeks after the whole happening. Yeah, I know that, but why did he walk inside while it was like that? You were one of the last people to see him, after all. And those other two, they said they couldn't stop him after you left? Chase looks away, staring off into space. He says nothing, and soon Devin and Cameron are exchanging nervous glances with one another. Next thing they know, the otter's walking off with another word. Wait! Hold on! He swears under his breath, Cameron looking on with crossed arms as Chase heads towards his car. Ah, fuck.
He's not gonna... oh damn, he totally is.
What the hell? Devin whines. Fuck, I was being insensitive, wasn't I?
You never know when you strike a nerve with these kinds of things.
These kinds of things? What do you mean? What do you mean, what does he mean, Devin? Devin quirks a curious brow towards the coyote, though judging by his grimaced reaction, Cam regrets bringing it up and doesn't speak further. They hear the sound of an engine starting in the distance. Devin sighs.
Good thing we brought our Jeep instead of riding with him, huh?
Fuck. Cameron frowns, reaching up and holding the big guy's arm.
Hey, don't worry. I'll get the camera. Exploring on our own could be pretty cool, right?
No, it's not gonna go great. The bear's nostrils flare in a hefty exhale. Yeah, I'll pull the Jeep around. Cameron gives Devin a thumbs up before moving to grab the camera. As he's about to close the viewfinder display, he notices a green square appear in the center of the frame. He leans down to look more closely, pressing the display adjust button. Face detection disabled. Ooh, that's creepy.
What does that mean?
The camera detected a face that they can't see.
Oh.
The square vanishes.
Huh?
Huh? Oh. He hits the button again. The square returns.
That's weird.
He flicks the switch on the side to auto white balance the image. The whole screen flashes as the lens adjusts, and as it comes into focus,
Fuck!
a lizard stands in the darkness behind the bars. But he can't stare. Not really, because his eyes are gone, half of his muzzle missing. Cameron jumps back, tripping over the rocks and landing against the sharp edges. The coyote hisses in pain, but fear spurs him on, trying to scramble up the rocks after Devin. The bear's already turned around, though, reaching down to pull Cameron up. Shit. You alright? What happened? As Cameron clings to the large bear, he looks back, but nothing's there.
I don't know. I saw...
Devin looks in the same direction, squinting. Cameron stares a while longer, then turns back and shakes his head against Dev's chest. When Cameron looks up at the bear, he's grinning though. Holy shit, did you see a ghost? The coyote scowls.
What? No, I just thought I saw something. It was probably the camera glitching out.
The bear gives him a knowing smile.
What?
You're gonna be a believer by the end of all this. I know it. The grizzly hugs him tightly as Cameron frowns, still looking back at the cavern's entrance. It had been so real. But before he can even really collect himself, Devin is pulling him and the camera along, back to the Jeep.
I'm surprised that they could tell it was a lizard, because he did not look like a lizard.
He did not look like a lizard anymore. Cameron and Devin are so upsetting because, like, they're seeing them there at the beginning of their story, their stakes are so low from their perspective, and they don't know, like, what they're walking into or what they're meddling with. And you're like, no, please leave. Please don't do this. Oh, no. You guys don't deserve this echo. It's bad. We did it.
We did do it.
Yeah. At some point in the future, we'll find time to come back and check some of the other options.
Yeah,
There are definitely
dude.
other options. I don't know if Flynn has more endings, but there were definitely like different moments where we could fork and see what those do at least. But we've finished all of Echo, kind of, mostly. That's wild.
That is wild.
We've been playing this. We started this game last September
Holy shit.
because I aired it during October for the Halloween event.
Yeah.
And now it's November. Long book, long game, a lot of writing.
Too long did read.
Yeah. It's been a great ride. There's some stuff to unpack about what the fuck's going on with Flynn here, and we'll have to see if there's more or not. But for now, see you guys next time.
Adios, folks.